Hey guys, today we're doing an advice video on breakups, and I feel like this is an important topic to talk about because it is one of the hardest things to ever go through. And I also want to be here for people that don't have anyone to talk to, or just here for people that want to hear advice. And yeah, so let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing that it's important that you need to realize is that sometimes relationships don't work out, and sometimes the person you're dating isn't the person that you're gonna fall in love with or someone you're gonna grow old with. You have to realize that some people aren't meant to be, and that there's a lot of people out there. Like the most famous saying is, there are plenty of fish in the sea. And it's true. Like you have to realize that your soulmate could be somewhere else, and it's not important to find a boyfriend right away or to be in a relationship. So this is a good kind of learning experience to go by. So just realize that sometimes relationships just aren't meant to be. Number two, I think it's important to cry. Now, crying is an important step for grieving because it helps get your feelings out and get your emotions out. So crying is very important. Also, I think a good thing to do while you're going through something like this is to even binge watch on Netflix. And that sounds kind of like stupid, but watching Netflix or watching TV or watching movies is a good thing to do. But make sure you're not watching like love stories and things like that because it can make you cry. I remember I did something stupid like that. I watched something and it was like all of a sudden it turned into a love story and I was crying my eyes out and it was really dumb for me to do. So I recommend watching something funny or something scary and getting your mind off of it by watching something like that. Also, eating on the day of your breakup is something fine to do because sometimes eating makes things feel better. I don't know why, but eating ice cream and stuff like that kind of made me feel better. And yeah, next thing you could do is talk to your closest friends. Right after I went through my breakup, the first thing I did is I messaged my best friend, and she helped me through so much and she made everything feel better. It's good to talk to people that have gone through it or know the right things to say, and my friend knew the right things to say. And it's funny though because when you tell your friends, you'd be like, oh, that guy's such an asshole, you could do so much better, blah, blah, blah. They'll say something to make you feel better about the situation. So that's why I recommend talking to your closest friends or even your family. And yeah, the next thing you could do is do something to get your mind off of it. And there's different things you could do. So you could do one of your favorite hobbies. Like if you're a sports person, go outside, play soccer or do things like that. And I'm not a sports person, so I can't do something like that. What I did is I just watched YouTube videos because YouTube videos make my day. Like I watch YouTube videos that make me laugh. I watch like Shane Dawson and Miranda Sings and Flozell and videos like that, and it made my day so much better because they cracked me up and made me feel so good. And another thing that I did is I would watch Dane Cook. Watching TV one day, and Dane Cook was on TV, and it was really funny because his comedy sketch was on breakups, and it was like hilarious, and it changed my view on breakups and made me laugh really hard because he like acted out how a girl would react to it, how a guy would react to it, and he just did it in a funny way, and it made me feel just so happy. Not happy, but it just made me laugh so hard and made me, I don't know, feel good about everything. I don't know why, but it was just hilarious and it helped me get my mind off of it. Another thing to do is once you're ready is to socialize, and socializing is a really good step because you realize that there's so many better people out there to talk to. And like for me, as months went on, I started talking to other guys, not in like a relationship way, just as friends. And then I found my guy best friend that I talked to on the daily, and it was good for a while because after my breakup, I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't text anyone. I had no one to talk to really, to talk to and text. And finally, once I met my guy best friend, it was better because I preoccupied my time by texting him, and it just was a good thing to do for me, and it helped me a lot actually to talk to my friends, even not just him, just talking to all my friends. And yeah, another thing you could do is when you're getting to your anger stage or you finally kind of get angry at your ex, what I recommend doing is think about all the bad things that they did and all the negative things. And if you think about that, it will change your sadness into anger. And I know it sounds bad, but sometimes the angry stage is a good way to get over him, and being angry just helps, in my opinion. Like I had a lot to be angry about when I went through my breakup, So it helped me grieve a lot faster and I got over it quicker. And also one thing I also recommend doing is to delete them off of everything. I made the mistake when I was going through my breakup. I still talked to my ex and it was really stupid because we wanted to still be friends and he would still leave me on, and it was really dumb because it didn't give me enough time to grieve fully and I was holding on to hope and I shouldn't have been talking to him. Talking to him made it 100 times worse. So what I recommend doing is delete them off of Snapchat, delete them off of your contacts, delete them off of Instagram, just delete them off of everything and try to avoid them at all costs, and it will make things better. Also, a good thing to do is when you're going through your breakup, don't try to be in your house, because being at your house is kind of like a thinking chair, you know, like on Blue's Clues, you sit in your thinking chair. You don't want to be in a thinking chair, alright? You don't want to be in a thinking place where you're just thinking the whole time. You want to get your mind off of things. So I recommend going out and doing something to get your mind off of it, like go to Target or something. And my dad's being so loud right now. OMG, whatever. So like when I like to go to Target and things like that, I went like going shopping. It's helped me get my mind off of it, and doing things like that helped me a lot. And yeah. And also, one thing you could do while you're going through a breakup is to work on yourself as a person. And going through a breakup sometimes makes you stronger as a whole. And when I went through everything, I kind of focused on myself and I said, what do I need to do to be a better person? What do I need to do to make myself better? And I thought about all the weaknesses I had in my relationship, and I worked towards fixing that. So now, like, when I was dating my boyfriend at the time, I was kind of insecure about myself, and when I went through my breakup, I became more confident in myself. I don't know why, but I became more confident, so that made me stronger as a person. Also, I just kind of learned that relationships aren't important. I learned that if you work on yourself, before you know it, the right person's gonna come along and it's gonna reach you, and they're gonna, like, what I meant to say is that you don't need a relationship right now. Like the right person's gonna come along eventually. When you least expect it, someone's gonna come into your life. So yeah, so it's kind of, my advice is kind of basic, but it can help a lot of people in some ways. And yeah, so I don't know what else to say. So that's my advice video for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Alright, bye guys.